Aaron Woodworth and Nick Stevens. And Mike Zawelski, 34, third down 11. Miles again in motion. Miles gonna not get the handoff. It's right up the middle with plenty of room. The first down for the Generals. They break across the 40-yard line. A 17-yard
Ball carry
pickup
for the Generals
by
on the 48.
Mark Winfrey, excuse me.
Tackled by number 24.
As they were looking for the
First
wingback
down,
position, he went
Generals.
right up the middle on a quick hitter. Ball resting on the 41 of the Generals on a third down and 11.
First and 10 for the
We have
Generals.
a number 18 out there also for Ipswich defensively, which
41-yard line.
is Eric Drown. Handoff, Winfrey trying to go to right side. He's got some blocking on the outside, and he'll be brought down to the 44. We'll give him 3 yards on the pickup, second down and 7.
Ball carry for the Generals, number 23, Scott Winfrey.
First offense of the series in the
Tackled
ball
by
game.
number 66 of the Tigers, Matt Green.
Clock reading 8 minutes, 35 seconds to go. First quarter action, no score.
Second down, 7 yards to go for the Generals. Ball on their own 44-yard line.
Offensive center is Vince Gadenzi, number 56, who is also the place kicker. Handoff up the middle is going to be tackled. Mark Winfrey gaining nothing. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. We've got, looks
Ball
like
carry
Green,
for the
Woodward,
Generals, number 48,
and
Mark
Zawelski.
Winfrey. Tackled
Give
by
Milwaukee
number
out on the play.
88 of the Tigers, Justin Clark.
Call it third down and 8. And warm-ups and
Third down,
watching the
8 yards
boys
to go for
try
the
to attempt to
Generals.
punt. The Generals had a lot of difficulty because of the cold and probably the coldness of the ball. The balls were only going around 30 yards in the air at the max. Maidment wide left. Miles in the slot. Straight back to pass. He's looking for Maidment. He's got the completion. He's got the first down. Tigers slow and curling the slanted pass. And the Tiger territory, first down at the 47-yard line.
First down, Generals.
Wow, 2 first downs on third longs.
Mark Lee.
And that'll fire up the Hamilton Wenham band. Well, the Tigers have had opportunities here defensively and yet to capitalize. It was even written in the paper this week that the Generals just don't throw the football. Waldron, quarterback, he's going to hand off the middle. It's Winfrey again. He's got a big hole. Breaks a tackle. Winfrey still driving. He could go all the way. Mark Winfrey. Touchdown, Ipswich. Hamilton Wenham. 47 yards. Wow. And Hamilton Wenham has stunned the Tigers here. Mark Winfrey right up the middle on a 1st and 10. At 7:06, the drive was 76 yards in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Wow, the Tigers. Gadenzi to attempt the conversion. He's got a strong leg. Good snap, ball is down, the kick is up. Kick is good.
Point after attempt, good by Vinny Gadenzi. With the score, the Generals 7, Tigers nothing.
Well, the Tigers being stunned here early in this ball game as the Tigers defensively gave up 2 big runs on a 3rd down and 12, gave up 17 up the middle. After the slant pass on a 3rd and 8 for the first down, the Generals come back right up the middle again, 47 yards. Mark Winfrey, he's a junior, 5'8", 173. Tigers now on the short end of a 7-0 score here in the first 3 minutes of action here in Hamilton. Well, that'll pump new life into the Generals. Gadenzi will be doing the kicking for the Tigers. The Tigers will send back number 24, Mike Marini, number 18, Eric Drown, as the deep man. There's a rude awakening for the Tigers defensively. This year they have started very well in the first half. With crisp defense, have had 3 or 4 games where they've had shutouts going into halftime.
The Tigers, Eric Brown.
Also Kyle Doyon, number 35. 3 deep backs for the Tigers.
And number 35, Kyle Doyon. Kicking off for the Generals, number 56, Vinny Gadenzi.
Well, the Generals fans here are very enthusiastic at the moment, and rightfully they should be. A 76-yard drive in under 3 minutes. Gadenzi with a 2-step drop. Marini goes to field the ball. He fields it at his own 25-yard line. He's got a hole. breaks the one tackle, keeps another tackle in. He's brought down with excellent field position at the 47-yard line of Ipswich. He was one player away from breaking that. 6:59 to go here on officially first quarter action. The Tigers will come out offensively for the first time. Chiddick will be the center. The tackle will be Nick Stevens, Mark Lees, Dimitri Argelakis, Matt Green. Tight end will be Lucas Lane, Justin Clark, the split out, wide out. Marini in the backfield with Zabelski. Back to pass, wide open is Clark. He is wide open, and he drops the football. Wow, that was 6. A beautiful pass by Tom Desmond. His quarterback, defensive quarterback, Jason Waldron, was beaten by 5 yards. That was 6. Second down and 10. Well, the Tigers come out throwing. Well, they've thrown only 50 passes the entire year. They have 21 completions. Clark's the leading receiver with 7. That was 6.
Second down, 10 yards.
Second and 10 for Ipswich. Tigers switch out. Marini deep back with Zawalski. Marini will get the handoff, and they'll be looking for him all day. Marini dives, and he'll get maybe a yard. Brought down by 63, Mike Weiner.
Tackled by number 63, the Generals, Mike Weiner.
Sack, third down and 9. Well, I tell you, Jack Welch would like that first play again.
Third down, 9 yards to go for the Tigers.
I don't think Waldron, in his effort to get back, got a piece of that ball. I think just the ball just not got in the hands of Justin Clark. Third down, 9 for the Tigers. Passing situation. Handoff's going to go straight up the middle. Marini, he's going to drive down into general territory to the 49, but it'll be a punting situation for the Tigers. And Lucas Lane will be the kicker.
34, Mike Zabelski.
So the Tigers' first drive gains about 3.5 yards. Is Woodworth going to kick or Lane? Deep back will be number 23, Scott Winfrey.
Back for the Generals, number
Good
23,
snap.
Scott Winfrey.
Kick by Lane is a high floating kick. The ball is resting at the 15-yard line. He'll get to the 20, and he smashed down. He didn't get to the 20-yard line. Number 31 for the Tigers, Kwaipo Loala on the tackle. And they'll place the ball at the 20-yard line.
Tackled by number 30 of the Tigers, Jason Doran. General take over, first down.
Hamilton Wenham takes over the 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 5:37 on the clock, and they lead, surprisingly, 7-0. Well, the Generals have made their positive grounds right up the middle.
20-yard line.
Obviously, they scouted something. In the middle right now is A.J. Valente, I believe. No, he's not in there. Nick Stevens is playing down in the middle guard position. 1st and 10 for the Generals. It's going to be a handoff, and hitting the backfield is Scott Winfrey trying to get outside. He's going to host attackers, and he'll be brought down for a loss of 2 or 3. Eric Drown and
tackled by number 88
and Justin Clark. Well, they had him tied up in the backfield, and he broke outside, but he lost 2 on the play. Second down, and we'll call it 12. The long distances have not hurt the Generals in their first series. First half being brought to you by Donahue Dodge from Salisbury, Mass. Thank you very much. Miles now in the wingback position on the left side. Up the middle, Winfrey this time, he'll get to the 20-21. That is Mark Winfrey, the recipient of the 47-yard touchdown run, bringing up third down and 9. And this has been the nemesis for the Tigers so far in their first 2 series.
Third down, 9 yards to go for the Generals.
Ball on their own 21. Tigers defense would like to hold them here, and the Generals will be punting in a snow-covered area. Maidment split left. Up the middle, this time to Winfrey, and he's hitting the backfield, and he didn't get to the line of scrimmage. Stevens on the bottom of the pile, bringing up 4th down in a punting situation for the Generals. With 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, Hamilton Wenham 7, Tigers nothing. Tigers will send back a single safety, will be Mike Marini. Here's where the game could be interesting. Kyle Doyle now joins them as a tandem. 4th down and 9 at the 21-yard line, the 20-yard line. Vince Cadenzi with the kick.
Back to receive the punt for the Tigers, number 35.
Special teams could be interesting here today.
Kicking for the Generals, number 56, Vin Cadenzi.
Good snap. coming on. Johnson nearly gets a piece of it. High end over end kick. It's not going to go too far. And it's going to go to the 44-yard line of Hamilton Wenham Tigers. An excellent field position with 3:34 showing on the clock here in the first quarter. First and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go.
It was a 24-yard punt, and I don't expect too much more than that today with these cold conditions and their feet, and the air in the ball is not too warm. Tigers' first drive netted him but 3 yards. But the first play almost netted him 6. Desmond back, looking wide open again. Oh my goodness, he's open. Clark, he's got the ball, and he dropped the ball. That was 6 again. Oh my God. There wasn't anybody within 20 yards. And Justin's having a tough go of it here in the first 2 series, as he's had 12 points taken away from the Tigers. Tommy Desmond was looking shot and then double pumped, and he couldn't believe how far open. There wasn't a Hamilton Wenham boy within 20 yards. And the Generals defense wants to call a timeout about it because their safeties aren't picking up anything for Ipswich. With 3:26 remaining in the first quarter, Hamilton Wenham wants to call a timeout because their safeties aren't picking up anybody for Ipswich coming out on the wideouts. And Tommy Desmond hit him on the numbers on that one. Wow. Well, you got to kind of just cradle the ball today. That's it. And I'm sure no one feels much worse than Justin Clark, and hopefully he'll get an opportunity to come back. It's one thing to catch a ball, but your first 2 passes thrown for you could have been for over 50 yards and touchdowns. When play resumes, the Tigers facing a 2nd down and 10 at the Hamilton Wenham 44-yard line, and they've attempted 2 passes in the game here, so they only average 5. This is one of the games where the players might opt to play with sneakers on instead of cleats. So the Generals have been very fortunate, actually, defensively here.
10 yards to go for the Tigers on the Generals.
On their first 4 defensive plays, or they could be the short end of a score here. I don't think I've ever seen a boy that more open for an attempted pass. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Tommy Desmond says, let's get something going here. Marini in motion. He slips straight up the middle. It's going to be Zabowski breaks a tackle and drives his way for about 7 or 8 yards down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and short. 3rd and about 2. We'll call it an 8-yard pickup. Whomever can get the best push off from the offensive line is going to make the decision here, because once you're caught reeling a little bit today, you're not going to get the traction with your feet to get back into that play. 3rd down and 2. I think Jack Welch will say this is 2-down territory here. Marini up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more. Mike Marini breaks a tackle, looking for the block, and he'll drive his way inside the 25 to about the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Tackled by number 22, the Generals, Judge Function.
Placing the ball at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. The drive started on the 44-yard line of Hamilton Wenham after a 24-yard Vince Condenzi punt. Tigers trying to knot this thing up. They trail 7-0. Defensively, the Generals switch. Desmond back. He's looking again. He's going for the end zone. Clock. It's intercepted. An excellent interception by Jason Waldron, as he got back on coverage that time. Clark had beaten him again. He had beaten him for the corner of the end zone. It was a beautifully thrown ball. It was a fine defensive play, and the Tigers are held scoreless again, and the Generals will take over at their own 20-yard line. Jack Walsh has attempted 3 passes, which is pretty much air Ipswich in their first 8 plays offensively. Only bad things have happened to Ipswich so far when they've tried to put the ball in the air.
Generals take over.
2 easy drops and an interception. 1st and 10 for the Generals at their own 20-yard line. There's 2:27 showing on the clock. 1st and 10. Tigers, you can't let a team like this, when you're about a 2-touchdown favorite, stay in the game. Ipswich, Hamilton Wenham's going to pass, and he's going to be sacked. The Tigers would not give up there defensively.
The Generals on the 21, Jason Waldron.
Trying to see who got the coverage on the sack, and it looked like 68 or 63, Adam Johnson. Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson.
And that loss was back to the 12-yard line, an 8-yard loss.
19 yards to go for the Generals.
Well, for both teams who don't attempt probably between them 8-9 passes a ball game, they're thinking about it anyways. They're in the first quarter of action. There's no games tomorrow for both these teams. Maidman wide left. Scott Winfrey in the wingback position. Miles in motion. Straight up the middle for a shot gain of a couple. It'll be the fullback, Mark Winfrey.
Number 48, Mark Winfrey.
He might have got a yard out of the play. They're saying nothing. Third down and 18.
Third down, 19 to go for the Generals.
There's a loss on the play of another yard. Well, here's where the Tigers defensively could be opportunistic here right now, because if they could hold them here, they'd be punting from their own end zone and on probably the iciest and snowiest parts of this field. Maidman wide left. He's right on the corner where the traction is very poor. But a defensive back could fall down, looking to go outside. Miles is Winfrey and almost lost control of the football. He gained about 6 or 7 back to the 19-yard line, bringing up fourth down in a punting situation. But they're in better field position on that right side where the sun has been.
Number 18 of the Tigers, Eric Brown.
52, Tom Armington comes in the ball game for the Generals to center. And Gadenzi, the center, will be the kicker. Tigers have Doyon and Marini back at about the 48-yard line of their own, waiting the punt of Gadenzi. His first one was 24 yards. 7-0, Hamilton Wenham leading Tigers of Ipswich. First quarter action here in Thanksgiving. Good snap. Line drive kick. It'll run on the 40 and go out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of Hamilton Wenham. So Tigers once again in excellent field position. The clock is reading 19 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They're trailing 7-0. Well, will the Tigers opt to throw again? They've had 3 passes attempted, 2 drops, and an interception. Coaches switched game balls. First and 10, excellent field position. Ipswich on the 43-yard line. Marini's in motion. The handoff is going to be back to pass again. Oh my God, he's looking to throw again. He's got a completion to Lucas Lane. Our first completion of the day. The ball inside the 35-yard line, and that could be the last play of the first quarter.
Tackled by number 22, the Generals, Judd Function.
And I think the clock has run out. This clock is reading 10 seconds here as they're having a discussion with Hamilton Wenham. I don't see the flag on the field. Illegal procedure, Ipswich. Marini got in motion quickly. So the completion will come back. The Tigers will be facing a 1st and 15. Well, now at the 47-yard line. 48, excuse me. So that play goes null and void.
First down, 15 yards to go for the Tigers.
Now the officials are going to let the play run out, and that's in the first quarter of play. General 7, Tigers nothing. Well, to recap the scoring in the first half, on the first series, the Generals started in their own 24-yard line, went 76 yards in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. After 2 first downs, a 47-yard gallop right up the middle by Mark Winfrey, a junior 5'8", 173. The Tigers missed a tackle at the line of scrimmage and in the backfield, and he was gone to the races. The Tigers have had 2 drops in the first half by the wideouts, both wide open for attempted touchdowns. On a 1st and 10 at their General 22-yard line, Tom Desmond's pass was intercepted by a fine defensive play by Jason Waldron. And that's where we stand at 1 quarter of play, as Gadenzi made the conversion after the long touchdown run by Winfrey. 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. Tigers facing a 1st and 15 on the Generals 47. Well, they got it at the 47-yard line now. I formation, Marini the deep back. We haven't seen this formation too often this year. Zavalski the fullback. Quick pitch to Marini. Loses control, tries to get outside. He's going to be tied up, and he's going to get nothing.
Ball carrier for the Tigers.
General stretched that out fine defensively there, and it'll be second down and 15.
For the Generals, Mike Lane.
No gain on the play.
Second down, 15 yards to go for the Tigers.
7-0 once again. Generals in navy blue and white. Tigers in orange. White and orange, excuse me. Looking for their first score. Misdirection play. Kyle Doyon slips and loses his footing as he gained about 2 on the play.
Kyle Doyon.
The field in the center could be starting to loosen up a little bit. You're starting to see some mud patches out there, so maybe the sun and the players running on are starting to loosen up the initial frost out there, and that could make things even more interesting as the game goes on. Snow and ice on the sidelines and slippery mud conditions in the middle of the field.
Well, the Generals 46-yard line.
Passing situation for Ipswich. Their first 3 attempts have been very interesting. Doyon in motion. Desmond back to pass looking. He's got plenty of time. He's throwing across the grain. It's going to be knocked down. Fine play by Scott Winfrey. Tempted for Marini coming out of the backfield. It hung up there just a little bit too much. 4th down, punting situation for the Tigers. So the Tigers have had 3 offensive series. There'll be 2 punts and a pass interception. Deep back will be number 23. Just made that fine defensive play. Scott Winfrey. He's a junior. 5'7", 168. And the longer you let Hamilton win him in this game, the longer they're going to believe they've got it. Type of kick that can go well because of the roll here in today's game. It rolls inside the 20-yard line. It's to the 15. It's still rolling to, we'll call it dead, at the Generals' 13-yard line.
The Tigers, Lucas Lane, down. Generals take over.
8:34. So the Tigers defensively have got the Generals in a position where they want him, far away from the goal line. They'll have to capitalize defensively.
12-yard line.
This angle, we can pick up the Tigers' numbers much more visibly. Adam Johnson right now at defensive end, along with Nick Stevens, Aaron Woodworth, Adam Chittick, and A.J. Valente in the center of the Tiger defensive line. Savelski leads the linebackers. Straight up the sideline here for little or no gain. He'll get over the 15. We'll give him 3 yards on the play. Mark Winfrey for the second down. We'll give him 2nd and 7.
By number 63, the Tigers, Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson, 6'2", 205. He's a junior.
Down, 6 yards to go for the Generals.
Yeah, they're giving him 4. I'm giving him 3.
Ball on their own 16-yard line.
Cadenzi takes him out of the huddle. Wide left, Maidment. Joe Miles, the wingback position. Winfrey in motion. Winfrey's going to get the handoff. Scott, he's going to run into a host of tackles, and he's going to get maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard can't pick up, bring up 3rd down and 6.
Tackled by number 24 of the Tigers, Mike Marine. 3rd down, 5 yards to go for the Generals.
Ball on the 17-yard line of the Generals. 7:30 to go first half. 7-0 Generals. On a touchdown early in the contest in the first 3 minutes by Hamilton Wenham. Tigers are coming. Blitz. And in the backfield is Ma Winfrey, and he'll get to the 20-yard line, bring up a 4th down in about 3.
23, Scott Winfrey.
4th down, punting situation. Cadenzi to kick for the Generals.
Tackled by number
Tigers will
8.
put out their punting unit. Kyle Doyon, Mike Marini, the tandem. I'd look for a play like this in one of these games, for a big play for the Tigers to break one. Marini is due. Cadenzi with the midriff showing. Very brave young man out there today. Low snap. Kick is high kick, a good kick. Kyle Doyon will field the ball at the 49-yard line. Going to the sideline, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. He fumbles the ball and it goes out of bounds. The Tigers will get it once again at the 41-yard line of Hamilton Wenham.
Number 35, Kyle Doyon.
Tigers were very fortunate that way as the ball was knocked out of his hands at about the 30, 38 or 9 and rolled backwards, but 1st and 10 for Ipswich at the 41-yard line. Tigers again in excellent field position. Golden opportunity for their offense.
Tigers take over, 1st down, 10 yards to go from the Generals' 41-yard line.
Some of the Tigers now have sneakers on. Chittick has sneakers on right now. Desmond back to pass, looking. Should run the ball. Desmond breaks one tackle. Desmond's got to hold on to that football, though, and he'll be brought down with a nice hard hit there by Mark Winfrey. Picked up about 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5. Dustin Clark was one of the intended receivers out on the wing side. He was covered up pretty well that time by Waldron, the quarterback. Offensively and defensively, today's safety. Pick up 5 on the play. The ball at the 36-yard line of Hamilton Wenham. Second down, 5. Split T backfield for Ipswich. Doyon trying to get outside, looking for the block. Doyon's got a hole. He's gone. Kyle Doyon's gone for a touchdown. Got a great block initially on the outside, and he was gone all the way for the score. Tigers have brought it back now, and it's 7-6. Kyle Doyon got a great block on the outside by his backfield. I think it might have been Zabelski. Woodworth, the attempted conversion. Snap. Down. The kick is up. His line shot. It's no good. As Aaron Woodworth missed that badly.
The Ipswich Tigers, no good. The score, the Ipswich Wenham General 7, the Ipswich Tigers 6.
The clock reading 5:42 to go. That drive for the Tigers. There's only 2 plays. 47 seconds, 41 yards. Seven to 6. Well, the clock, I think it's reading 5:42. I'm trying to make that, or is it 8:42? But the Tigers came back on a Kyle Doyon run around right in. He was gone as soon as he got past the line of scrimmage. There was nobody there. The Generals were all down on the ground on a great couple blocks out there. Zabelski leading the blocking for the Tigers. The deep backs for the Generals would be number 23, Scott Winfrey, number 38, Joe Miles. 7-6. Second quarter action here in Hamilton Wenham. I think the temperature has gone down.
Number 38, Joe Miles. Kicking off for the Tigers, number 80, Aaron Woodworth.
With a line drive kick. It's fielded at the 35-yard line by Mark Winfrey. Probably the wrong man to kick it to, and the Generals have their best field position of the first half on the initial drive at their own 46-yard line with 5:37 to go. First half action, and they lead 7-6.
First down, 10 yards to go from their own 46-yard line.
So Jason Waldron, a 6-foot, 168-pound junior, will take him out. Good field position right now for the Generals, and probably the best track conditions to get their footing. Most of the Generals are still in running shoes. I mean, they're football cleats. Miles in motion. Back to pass. Waldron loses balance under a good pressure. He's going to throw it out there for Maidman, and it's caught on a great reception. Rossi on the coverage. They're going to say he caught the ball with great balance. Wow. First and 10. Ball now on the 29-yard line of Ipswich. A 26-yard completion. He kind of hung it out there to drive, but this time Maidman, with showing good hands, recaptured the ball on the bounce. Hamilton Wenham coming storming right back. Miles in motion. They're getting momentum. Miles trying to get outside. He's got a tackle. He's got a hole. Miles overruns one tackler. He'll get down to the 20-yard line. A solid 8, maybe 9-yard pickup. The Generals are believing in themselves in this ball game. A 2-7 sack record. The seniors, a win here today could at least have a positive note to the end of the season. Well, just outside the 21-yard line. Second down and 2. And in warm-ups, Cadenzi was hitting from 30 yards with regularity in field goal attempts. Hand off to Mark Winfrey, trying to get outside. He's got some daylight. Winfrey's breaking one tackle. Mick Winfrey's breaking another tackle, and he'll be finally ridden out of bounds inside the 10-yard line by Eric Drown. Tigers are trying to tackle up high. Winfrey broke him off. Eric Drown with a tackle. It's a 1st and goal for the Generals at the 6 or 7 yard line.
First down, Generals.
Tigers will put in some beef out there defensively, as the Generals are moving quickly on this drive. First play, a 26-yard pass reception to Maidman, got them an excellent field position.
Goal to go for the
And 2 runs from there, got it down to the 8-yard line. The ball's placed at. Miles fell down after he took the handoff. The quarterback never got it to him, and he's going to be sacked by Adam Chittick, and a loss of 5 or 6. Joe Miles fell down. I don't know if that was going to be a naked bootleg or not, but Miles never fell down. It might have been a handoff to him for a sweep right, because there was nobody out there. Jason Waldron in only orange and white shirts. Big break for the Tigers. Then defensively, a 5-yard loss. The ball on the 13-yard line. They've got to go to the end zone. Once again, the Tigers were the best defensive unit in the league, yielding 66 points in 9 ball games. Wide right, Maidman. Miles in the slot. Nobody in the backfield. He's passing. Quick pass over the middle. They're looking for Mark Winfrey, and Waldron was tossed aside there on that attempt. 3rd down play as the Generals are showing some innovative offense today here. And you kind of expect that when you go 2 and 7. 3rd down, 13. Big series for the Tigers here. Clock registering at 3:32 on the clock till halftime. And both sides of the fields are pretty much
3rd down, goal to go.
covered by individuals with heavy coats on. Maidman wide right again, and the Generals, a delay of game, as they were very slow in getting this one out of the huddle. And Mark bring them back 5 more yards, bringing up a 3rd down and 18. And we'll come back and talk to Coach Mike Fisher. You'll have Waldron back next year. Nothing like having a seasoned quarterback to come back to run your offense. Ask Jack Welch with Tom Desmond this year. Now the Generals just have to want to call another timeout. They weren't going to get the play in. They're really thinking about this play, with now facing a 3rd down and 18. The Generals' 2nd timeout in the first half. As the Generals band kicks up. And congratulations must be in order for the cheerleaders' sake, because they're going to have to work out there and be very cold. When play resumes, 3rd down, 18, 3rd and goal for the Generals. It's called timeout after a delay of game penalty. And the rock salt is working very well up here in the press box. I see some puddles.
3rd down, goal to go for the Generals on the Tigers' 18-yard line.
Maidman wide right. Winfrey in the slot. They're going to pass it again, too. It's quarterback sneak, and he'll pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. Didn't get to the 15-yard line, bring up 4th down. We might see a field goal attempt here. And there goes the center, and I think look for Gadenzi to attempt about a 32-yard field goal attempt.
4th down, 17 yards to go.
He was hitting from, he's right pretty much in the center of the field. I think that was pretty much the thought in their last play. Gadenzi to attempt. This will be a 33-yard field goal attempt. And he was hitting them this long in warm-ups. Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. It's high. It is no good. It must have just gone underneath that. I kind of lost it up there, but the Generals they turned away from the Tigers defense. The Tigers will take a first down. And I believe the ball goes out to their 20-yard line. With 2:41 showing on the clock.
Tigers take over. First down, 10 yards to go from their own.
First and 10, the Tigers will have Zabelski, Marini, the deep backs, Doyen in the wing back position. Looking for Marini to get outside. There's a host of blue shirts out there, and he's going to gain a yard.
Ball carried for the Tigers, number 24, Mike Marini, tackled by number 20.
That didn't pretty much fool anybody.
Dale Beiser.
Yard on the play, second down and 9. Well, they're going to get him to the 22-yard line.
8 yards to go.
2-yard pickup, second down and 8. Generous spot. 2:15 to go, probably the last play till the 2-minute warning. Doyen in motion. Desmond back to pass, looking wide open is Clark again. Justin Clark, he's got it this time at the 50. He's at the 40, and he's brought down at the 35. Justin Clark comes back on a beautifully thrown pass from Tom Desmond.
Justin Clark.
And the ball's at the 34-yard line.
First down, Tigers.
A 38-yard completion as Justin Clark got behind the secondary once again. He's done that pretty much the whole first half. And we'll have the 2-minute warning here. Clock reading 1:57. Ball at the 34-yard line. As the Tigers have attempted 5 passes here in the first half.
2-minute warning.
They didn't throw many more than this one. Brett Brzezinski, who now starts at Princeton, was throwing the ball. First and 10 for the Tigers on the 34-yard line.
First and 10 Tigers on the Generals 35.
That was a 44-yard completion. Doyen with the same play he scored on. Get some daylight again. Got the first down and more, and we have a flag down.
Ball carried for the Tigers.
He's got the first down inside the 25-yard line. What's going to happen here? Was there holding or was there a face mask? They're talking to Ipswich right here. No, I don't know who they're talking. Nope, Ipswich. They're pointing against the Tigers after the play happened after a 10-yard pickup by Doyen. That could be a holding from the spot of the infraction. It'll bring up second down and about 2. Second down and about 8. That was student body right. Clip. Wow. This whole play is going to come back.
Clip against the Tigers.
Wow. Well, now the Tigers have marched themselves all the way back to the 38-yard line as they're inside the 25. So it's first down and about 13 or 14. And the clip happened after the spot of the first down marker. Wow. And the clock reading 1:49. 7-6, Hamilton Wenham leading Ipswich here. First half action, Thanksgiving Day. Well, the Tigers have shown the opportunity. They can throw the football. They can get the people open. As General's coverage has been slow to act. They got Waldron back 15 yards from the line of scrimmage now. Handoff, Marini trying to get the outside. He's got some daylight. Mike Marini trying to get around the corner. He's got the corner. Oh, and a great tackle by Sean Tulloch inside the 30-yard line. And Marini had some big running yardage ahead of him. Tulloch made a great job. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to Marini because he had lost his footing at about the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play, bringing up second down and 5. The clock is running. The Tigers have all their timeouts. Split T backfield. Doyen going right. This play's been successful. It cuts across the grain. He's got a first down. Doyen's got more inside the 20. First and 10 Ipswich. Boy, the Tigers can get big yardage out of that play today. Ball resting right on the 20-yard line. First and 10 Ipswich. And the Tigers want to have a timeout. That's their first. They got a bunch left.
First down Tigers. Timeout called Ipswich.
So when play resumes, it'll be a minute and 10 seconds showing on the clock. Tigers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This drive started on their own 20-yard line. So they've gone 60 yards in 1 minute and 31 seconds. The big play, a 44-yard pass reception to Justin Clark. Justin had held on those other two. He'd have about 200 yards in receiving and 3 receptions so far. He'd have a huge career day. But he finally regained confidence in himself and got past the secondary and picked up a big yardage and broke a tackle for another 10 yards on the reception. Tom Desmond, with his time to throw, has been very accurate today. He had one other pass reception nullified because of an illegal procedure call. 1st and 10 Tigers, ball resting on the Generals' 20. It's one of these games, though, when you come in as a fairly confident favorite, you can't let the other team into the game too long or they stop believing in themselves. Split T backfield again. I'd look for the same play, but Zabelski with a big hole. Mike Zabelski's looking for pay dirt. He's got 1st and goal inside the 5. Mike Zabelski was starting to high step it as he got past the 10-yard line. Tigers now offensively starting to get some big holes on some pretty just sweeps or big drives up the middle. 1st and goal, the ball at the 5-yard line. Aaron Woodworth comes in for some more beef in there. They're going to run this ball. Justin Clark comes out. Split T backfield again. It's making positive gains right now. It's going to go to Marini up the middle, looking for some daylight, and he'll drive down about the 3 of the 2-yard line. And I think we'll have another timeout for the Tigers, showing with 40 seconds on the clock. They've got a few to use here, and I'm sure they'll use them at every play. 2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3 for a touchdown. Tigers hoping to win to go 8-2 in the year. Give them a solid 3rd place in the conference. The winner is North Andover. They're representing the Cape Ann League in the Super Bowl. 2nd place will go to Wilmington, unless some monumental changes happen today, but I very much doubt it. The Tigers were in both ball games, late in the ball games. 41 seconds showing on the clock. Tigers trailing 7-6. They have 2nd and goal at the 3. I would not think that the Tigers would pass, as one of the locals just yelled out. I think they'd try to run it in here. They got a double tight end right now with Clark and Lane. Chittick takes him out of the huddle.
2nd and goal to go.
Zabelski, Marini, and Doyon in the backfield behind Tom Desmond, the quarterback. Marini's in motion. Going to go to Zabelski. He's sacked up at the line of scrimmage, and a good tackle by number 23, which is Scott Winfrey, coming in from a cornerback position. No gain on a play, 3rd down. And the Tigers want another timeout. That's their 3rd, which is nice to have, but for us, it's difficult. Good Thanksgiving Day crowd under very cold conditions today, as the snow on the field still is evidence from a day ago. Clock reading 26 seconds. Tigers 3rd down and 3. I'd look for the sweep again with Doyon. They haven't really made contact with him for the first 5 yards of any play so far. Well, they're giving their 2 seniors opportunities to score in this. I mean, most coaches kind of think that in the back of their heads, with Marini and Zabelski, the first 2 carriers since 1st and goal at the 5. Now I'd go with what got you there. Those sweeps have been very successful. 3rd down and 3. Tigers have to get some points out of this. They received the ball in the 2nd half. Marini in motion. Zabelski again. Desmond on a keep. Nobody's there. Loses his balance. He skips into the touchdown. Great blocking out there by Mark Lees and Mike Zabelski, as there was nobody even standing for the Generals after Desmond decided to keep it on the keeper for the touchdown. And there's 20 seconds on the clock. Tom Desmond bringing the score to 12-7 Ipswich. That was an 80-yard drive in 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Tigers lining up for 2. Back to pass to Desmond, looking wide open. If he can get out, he's going to be sacked. Tigers had two tight ends in the back of the end zone, but PAT is no good. So we're at 12-7 here with 20 seconds showing on the clock till halftime. Well, the Tigers came back. The big play once again was the 44-yard pass reception to Justin Clark. Tigers used 3 timeouts inside their Generals' 5-yard line, but they did capitalize and score on a bootleg by Tom Desmond as he got a great lead block by Mark Lees and Mike Zabelski. I think I could have walked it on that one. The only thing, I was wondering if Tom Desmond was going to keep his balance, because around the 5-yard line he looked like he might go down. Scott Winfrey, Joe Miles would be the deep backs for the Generals. 12-7. The Tigers, after their first defensive series, have kind of regrouped and given about 2 first downs. Aaron Woodworth to tee it up for the Tigers. Here's in the last 20 seconds of the first half. You don't want anything monumentally big to happen here and let the other team still go off the field with a very big confidence builder. Look for the Tigers to do something of a line drive or a squib kick. Last time Mark Winfrey caught a line drive and had some daylight in front of him. Deep backs for the Generals are at the 15-yard line. The Tigers with pretty much all their starters out there today. Woodward, there's a squib kick. It's an onside kick, and it's going to be fielded by number 80, which is Mike Lane. And the Generals have excellent field position, and they have a couple of timeouts to use too. At the Generals get the ball at their own 43-yard line. Clock registering 17 seconds on the clock. So I'd look for the Generals to look to put the ball in the air or throw a screen pass to 48 and let Mark Winfrey do some damage. Tigers have to be really aware of that. Misdirection play, it's a handoff. Winfrey with a great fake, and he's rushing down the sidelines after about a 15-yard pickup on a misdirection play. An excellent play by Hamilton Wenham. Scott Winfrey gets the first down. As he fooled the Tigers that time. They got the ball at the 38-yard line of Ipswich. A 25-yard pickup. Oh, excuse me, it was on the 47. First and 10. Generals won another timeout as they weren't getting a play, and they're getting very slow, and they're walking over to the coach, so I don't know what the holdup is. Ipswich now facing a first and 10. Defensively, the clock reads 7 seconds on the clock. I'd look for that screen pass. It's open. It could cause a lot of havoc for Ipswich defensively. So far, 48, Mark Winfrey has looked like a tough customer to bring down on a condition today like the way the field is. I'd put someone out to shadow him. 12-7, Ipswich and White leading Hamilton Wenham in navy blue. We're 7 seconds away from halftime, and I hope it isn't a prolonged halftime, which these Thanksgiving Day games usually turn out to be. Well, we have 2 bands. I don't know if they're going to go on. I think the Generals band will probably go out there. I don't know about the Tigers band. They have a lot of hoopla with homecoming, or all the college students, alumni come back, etc. Joey Rossi is way back, 15, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
38-yard line.
I'm looking for the screenplay. Maidman wide right. Waldron straight back to pass. He's going to throw long to whom I don't know. Eric Drown's going to intercept the ball. He's got his balance, and he's going to run into one tackle, keeps another one. We got a clip. Eric Drown's keep going. The clock is run out. I still don't know who that ball was intended for. It was thrown overhead by about at least 10 yards. The Tigers have ended the first half, and probably a clip or a block in the back for the Tigers. Well, Eric Drown intercepted the ball, and I think that's where halftime is going to end. If the Tigers had the ball offensively, it can't end on a defensive play. The Tigers had possession offensively.
Flag on the play.
Waiting for the official call here. It isn't that difficult, guys. They're talking to Generals. Now, the Generals shouldn't have any opportunity to get the ball here. Call if the Tigers had possession of the football. There wasn't anybody within 10 yards offensively for the Generals to catch that football. I don't see what the story is here. The clock is saying no time on the clock. This can't be this difficult. Unless they're saying the Tigers did a defensive penalty before the play was thrown, but the pass was thrown in the air and the flag was down after the Ipswich intercepted the ball. Decline, and that's where we're going to stand at halftime after that.
Penalty against the Tigers.
Should not have been that long at all. So both teams will leave the field here at halftime, and we're here with a score of 12-7 Ipswich. We'll be back for second half action in just a moment. Drive at a touchdown with Kyle Doyon going 36 yards around in. The conversion was no good, and we're 7-6. That was with 5:42 to go in the first half. And then the Tigers drove 80 yards in the last 2 minutes and 21 seconds of the first half. A 3-yard quarterback keeper by Tom Desmond with some excellent blocking on the left side by Lees. And Zabelski got him in for the score. Two-point conversion was no good again, and we're standing at a score of 12-7 with 20 minutes left to go for the high school careers, as we have Mark Lees, 51, Mike Marini, 24 for the last time for the Tigers, as well for the Generals, Joe Miles, 38, 44, Sean Tulloch. Tigers had a couple of opportunities in the first half, long passes that went in and out of the hands of the receiver, and they were sure touchdowns, but they did capitalize on a 44-yard reception to Justin Clark just prior to the end of the first half that got them on their way to their 80-yard drive and score. Tigers should be receiving in the second half, and just to make a note here, all the scoring has gone to the left side of your screen or the left side of the football field. The right side is the one that's pretty much more inundated with snow up to almost the hash marks in the corner of the end zone. So much better going through the middle to the left side of the football field for both teams. Now, the Generals are going out, and they'll be marking at the 40-yard line. I was wondering if they're going to add a penalty or something, because a kind of a bizarre ending of the first half when a penalty was called in Ipswich after they intercepted a ball by Eric Drown. And Eric Drown, number 18, along with Mike Marini and Kyle Doyon, will be the deep backs for the Tigers here. For the last 20 minutes of action, Tom Foley along Steve Harris. Second half being brought to you by the Newburyport Bank, plotting a course for your future.
Back to receive the kickoff.
Up backs would be Joe Rossi, 20, and number 41, Ryan Bucci. Both have pretty good wheels.
And number 18, Eric Drone.
Tigers once again dressing 12 seniors for their last time. The Generals but 7. Cadenzi with only about a 5-yard step going up for the kickoff. And they're going for an onside kick. And it's a good play, but a good reception there. Who got that? Was it 63? Adam Johnson, I think, captured the ball for the Tigers.
Kickoff received by number 63, Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson with excellent play there as the ball knocked off the first line of defenders. Tigers with excellent field position on their own 44-yard line. Well, Generals trying to catch the Tigers napping a little bit there in the start of the second half. The Tigers come out with excellent field position. First and 10, the deep backs, Mike Marini and Mike Zabelski. The wing back will be Kyle Doyon. Quarterback Tom Desmond, number 13. Adam Chittick at center. Doyon slips and falls. Up the middle is going to be Zabelski for maybe a yard, if that. As everybody got a problem with traction. The field is starting to show some mud lines in the middle of the field there. The frost on the covering of the field is starting to finally get a little wear and tear there. So the Generals, a lot of players in the coming out in the second half brought sneakers with them also. We'll call it no gain on the play, second down and 10. Justin Clark and fairly tight for the wideout. Tigers leading 12-7. Marini in motion. Marini going outside. Marini's going to have a whole host of trouble. He's in deep trouble. Sean Tulik is going to line him up for a 5-yard loss.
Ball carry for the Tigers, number 24, Mike Marini. Tackled by number 44.
The guards right now are Lees and Matt Green.
Joe Miles.
Nick Stevens, 79 at one tackle, and Dimitri Argelakis will be at the other tackle position. Tight ends Lucas Lane. 5-yard loss, 3rd down and 15. The Tigers have come out in the first 2 plays a little sluggish.
15 yards to go for the
Kyle
Tigers.
Doyon is slipping and sliding all over the field out there, just coming out of the huddle. He's at the wingback position. Desmond straight back to pass. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked. I think he was looking for Kyle Doyon out there, but he was slipping and sliding also.
Ball carrier for the Tigers.
Tom Desmond.
Tackled by number 48 for the Generals, Mark Winfrey.
Winfrey on the tackle, another loss of 10 yards, and Lucas Lane to punt as the Generals have come out storming here in the second half. Swirling, we're in.
For the Generals, number 23,
Bad snap.
Winfrey.
Lane, a spiraling kick. The wind's going to slow it down. It's going to be bouncing back in the Tigers, and they'll talk down it at their own 49-yard line. So Hamilton Wenham with excellent field position on the Tiger 49 with 8:12 to go. Here in the 3rd quarter, Tigers only took over at their own 44. So that drive netted them only plus 5 yards for the punt and a loss of 3 yards, 3 carries. And Tigers, I think, want to call a timeout here to get everything organized here. With 8:12 to go, I don't think Jack Welch likes the way the Tigers came out of the locker rooms here in the start of the second half. Generals in the second half will start center Vince Cadenzi, the guards number 63 Mike Weiner, and Derek Ropes, number 60. The tackles are Dale Beiser, 75, Rod Swain, 78, ends are Mike Lane, 80, 88 Darren Maymont, quarterback Jason Waldron, halfbacks 23 Scott Winfrey, Joe Miles, and the fullback is 48 Mark Winfrey. Getting a little overcast, and we have clouds in the sky now. I think it feels like snow. Tigers will have Valente, Woodworth, Zabalski, Rossi, Drown, Lees, Clark, Marini, Chittick. We'll try to pick up any others we missed. Handoff is going to go to Winfrey in the backfield. He's not going to get to midfield as he's tackled in the backfield by Eric Drown coming from his safety position. Give him a loss of a half yard on the play. 2nd down, 10 and a half. A.J. Valente is 68 out there. And trying to see on the other side, I believe it's number 80, Aaron Woodworth. I think we have everybody.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for the Generals. Ball on the 50-yard line.
12-7 here, just out of the second half, 3rd quarter action. Tigers in white and orange. Generals in their navy blue and silver. Handoff is going to go to Miles. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage at the bottom pile. A.J. Valente, who's done a good job for the Tigers in the middle of the line this season. With some numerous sacks.
Tigers, A.J. Valente.
A favorite for PA announcer J.C. Wild. Maybe because he's got initials in his name, I don't know. 3rd down and 10. It's been a nemesis for Ipswich today, and also the New England Patriots. In motion is Miles. Waldron's going to give it to Miles. He's trying to get outside, cuts across the crane. He's got 5 yards, and he'll drive for about 7. This might give Mike Fisher some thought of maybe going for it on a 4th down and 3.
Tackled by number 68 of the Tigers.
Ball at the Tiger 43-yard line. The punting team will come in, trying to set the Tigers deep in their own offensive zone.
4 yards to go for the Generals.
If I was Jack Welch, I wouldn't send anybody back. I'd go for everything right here. Why risk it?
43-yard line.
4th down. Punting situation. Good. The Tigers are not figuring they're going to send back Marini. So he backpedals quickly. It's a fake to the fullback, and he's hitting the backfield. He's not going to get around this time. As Mark Lees and Adam Chittick stuffed this play out. The Tigers were not biting for that at all. They didn't put in their punting team at all. Matt Green gets credit for the tackle. The Tigers, well, pick up 2 yards on the exchange. The ball is at the 46-yard line. With 6:12 remaining here in the third quarter. 6:17, excuse me. So they went to the up back. And excellent penetration by the Tigers defensively. And they'll start out with a 1st and 10. Look for something different here. Eric Drown, 18, is in the backfield. I'm looking for a halfback option. Eric Drown, he's a backup quarterback. He's got wide open. Justin Clark is behind the man. He's got it. Justin Clark inside the 20. And I'd like to say I called that one. Eric Drown, backup quarterback.
Number 88, Justin Clark. First down, Tigers.
Newburyport used that against us many years ago. A 34-yard reception. Justin Clark once again getting behind the secondary on a beautifully thrown ball by Eric Drown. 1st and 10 ball at the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. Marini up the middle, has got a hole for 5, hurdles a man, still drives his way, still on his feet. Marini for 1st and goal. Mike Marini driving his way for about a 12-yard pickup.
Tackled by number 56 of Generals, Vicky Dempsey.
Tigers starting to get pumped up here. First and 10, and the Generals want to call a timeout here to regroup. The Tigers finding momentum here. And it started on this drive on their own 46 with a halfback option by backup quarterback Eric Drown, who led beautifully Justin Clark. So the Tigers have got a couple of long pass plays here today. We have the Ipswich Tiger over on the sidelines, huh? Oh, he's got General Patton chasing him, huh? Wow, he's challenged himself today here, huh? I don't know if he's a senior. It's in hostile territory. Yeah. He's a very brave Tiger. And play resumes. We 1st and goal for Ipswich on the Generals' 8-yard line. So both teams have taken early timeout here in the second half. The Tigers' last timeout, I think, got them focused. It's probably warm inside that Tiger outfit today, though. See, you know. Probably. 1st and goal. Tigers will come in their split T backfield. Doyon back in the backfield. They've had success in that. He's in motion. Savelski off tackle. Drives his way to the 5-yard line. Bottom of the pile will be number 80, Mike Lane. 3-yard pickup, 2nd down, 5 for a touchdown.
Second goal to go for the Tigers on the Generals' 5-yard line.
2nd down and 5 for Ipswich. 5:15 remaining, third quarter action. Tigers come out with their split backfield again. Now they go to the power eye with Marini. Second back Marini, right up the middle. Marini driving to the goal line. He's inside the 2-yard line. 3rd down. Not much finesse that time. He just followed Mike Zavelski, the lead blocker, the ball at the 2-yard line. 3rd down and 2 for a touchdown. Well, the Tigers, the last time in this situation, they did a bootleg with Tom Desmond, and we had nothing but pay dirt in front of him. I'd look for Marini to probably get the call again. Zavelski's going to be in motion, Marini in motion. Zavelski driving his way. Does he get in for the touchdown? Zavelski, the hands are up. Score, Ipswich. Senior Mike Zavelski for the touchdown. Making the score 18-7 Ipswich with 4:26 on the clock. The drive was a 54-yard drive. In 2 minutes and 9 seconds. 2-point conversion attempt. Flag is down. Desmond looking, he's in trouble. Desmond trying to get around the corner, he's not going to get there. And their third point attempt is no good. I think it might be against the Tigers also.
By the Tigers, no good.
They have not looked organized for their conversions here. They're talking to Hamilton Wenham, so at the point will go no good. And we stand at 18-7 Ipswich with 4:26 to go in the third quarter.
Offsides Tigers, refused by the Generals.
They lined up offside. Wow.
Ipswich Tigers 18, Hamilton Wenham Generals 7.
Now, excuse me, that was a minute and 43 for the drive of 54 yards. The big pass play. Eric down to Justin Clark. It was a 31-yard pass completion. The clock has got 75 yards unofficially in 2 pass receptions today. Aaron Woodworth will be teeing it off for the Tigers. Miles, number 38, 43. Scott Winfrey for the Generals. 18-7. Tigers have come back with 18 unanswered points. Here's the kick, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Hamilton Wenham will have the options here. They probably would try to kick it over, I would think. College, you get the ball at the 35-yard line. Tigers have their special teams out there. This time, the start of this game, they've been keeping all their seniors out there, pretty much their veteran crews out there. And I think they're going to have them do it over at the 35.
Penalty against the Ipswich Tigers. Kick over.
And Woodward just turning to go to talk. Coach Ken Spellman slipped and fell down on the field. So he'll be trying again. In general, should have excellent field position out of this. The upbacks are at the 20-yard line. Well, the sun is out, and it hasn't gotten much warmer. Woodworth again, the kick. He's losing his footing all the time. It's a squib kick, fielded by, this is the wrong man to field the ball right now. Mark Winfrey. Adam Johnson will tackle him down over midfield.
48, Mark Winfrey. Tackled by number 31.
Lala
the Tigers.
And Johnson. Well, excellent field position at the 49-yard line of Ipswich, just as they started their last offensive opportunity with 4:22 to go in the third quarter.
Generals take over, put down 10 yards to go from the Tigers' 49-yard line.
We have Tulloch in the backfield right now. And he's going to get the handoff. Sean Tulloch, one of the co-captains, breaks a tackle. It is tackle and a nice hard hit there by Marini after a pickup of about 6 yards. Scott Winfrey's been seeing all the action today.
Adam Chittick. Second down, 5 yards to go.
They're going to give him 5 yards and a good tackle. Marini coming up from a secondary position. Second and 5. Miles in motion. Miles going to get the handoff. Miles cuts across one and is hitting out the line of scrimmage. A shot pickup of maybe a yard to play, bring up 3rd down and 3.
38, Joe Miles.
And Mike Fisher might start thinking about, well, last time they did go for the opportunity of the fake punt, and it came back to backfire as the Tigers capitalized, went right down the field for the score. Whereas they might have had an opportunity to get the ball back down at Tiger 10 or 12-yard line.
4 yards to go for the Generals.
Ball at the 43, 44-yard line of Ipswich. 3rd down. 18-7 Ipswich in white, leading Hamilton Wenham in navy blue. Handoff. Going to go to Tulloch again. He's going to be hitting the backfield, and he'll drive his way. He won't get the line of scrimmage, bring up 4th and 4, and we have a penalty flag at the 41-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Well, the Tigers have been being talked about all day long. Now the Tigers going to have the option this time on defense. They might take the play if it's against Hamilton Wenham and bring up a 4th down. It looks like they're going to mark it against Ipswich. Uh-oh. It was a 3rd down play. 5-yard penalty. Was it offsides?
Penalty against the Tigers.
Face mask.
Face mask.
Be a first down. And they had held him on third down. So the Generals get an opportunity and a first down, I believe. It is a first down. Ball now resting on the 39-yard line of Ipswich.
First down.
So the Generals get a break.
Ball on Tigers' 39-yard line.
Miles in the wingback position. It's going to be handoff to Law. Tulloch gets hit in the backfield. He'll drive maybe for a yard gain.
Ball carry for the Generals, number 44, Sean Tulloch.
Bottom of the pile will be Nick Stevens, 79. We'll give him a yard pickup on the play, second down and 9.
Tigers, Nick Stevens.
So again, both teams have the reputation of not going through the airways. The Generals have one completion for a pass today. The Tigers have had a couple, and they've been bombs. A couple more should have been. The Generals have been pretty much running offense all season long. Straight back to pass is Waldron. He's going to let it fly. He's got Maidman open. He's not going to get to it. That was a nice led ball by Waldron, who was hammered there by Zabelski, and I believe it was Valente. Having a hard time picking up the numbers right now. Bringing up now, 3rd and 9 again. Maidman made a juggling catch there at the end of the first half. Generals have been deep in the Tiger field position only one time, for the exception of the 47-yard touchdown run by Mark Winfrey, was a 32-yard field goal attempt that I believe was shot. It didn't seem to be, but I don't know why. We couldn't quite pick it up from our direction here in the press box. 3rd down 9. Miles in motion. Hand off to Winfrey up the middle. Stood up, breaks one tackle. He's a tough hombre. The Tigers going to have a whole bunch of people on him this time, though, and they still don't get him down.
For the Generals, number 48, Mark Winfrey.
Chittick on a good hold.
Number 50 the Tigers, Adam Chittick.
Hey, they got his name right for the first time. 4th down in a punting situation. The Generals down by 11 points. Their coach might go for it right here. They're sending in the punting center. Marini will go back around his own 10-yard line. Last time they gave the Tigers great field position. The Tigers have started on the Generals 44, 43, and 41 in this game. Their drives for touchdowns were from their own 20 and their own 46. Cadenzi to kick. He's a junior. Good snap. And it's a kick that's off the side of his foot. Tigers are staying away from it, and Tigers get a good bounce, and it's coming back. Get away from that ball as they almost pushed Zabelski into it. The Tigers have 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. We have the clock showing 1:08 remaining. 3rd quarter action. Ipswich leading 18-7. C says, keep it on the ground, baby. Well, for defensively for the Generals, they have to hold them here, or this game can be put away right now by the Tigers offense. They scored 3 out of their last 4 drives. Doy on the wing back position. Ryan Bucci, 41, is in the backfield. Doyon will join him now. Defensively, the General shift. Right up the middle, Ryan Bucci, who breaks one tackle and gets about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Quick hitter. They got more speed in the backfield here. They give a little more agility back there, where you got Mike Zabelski, who just pounds people in there. Solid 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4. Ball resting on the 29-yard line of Ipswich. Bucci stays in the backfield. Doyon flip-flopping back. Generals overshift again. Marini in motion. Marini's going to get the handoff. Marini's looking at a lot of blue shirts. Breaks one, gets outside. He's going to be close to 1st down marker.
Ball carrier for the Tigers, number 24, Mike Marini.
Visor on the tackle for the Generals.
38 for the Generals, Joe Miles.
Joe Miles, but they're looking for a 3rd down and very short. So you like to have a long drive here. There's 10 seconds showing on the clock. We might get another play off, and here comes Zabelski, the big fullback.
3rd down and a yard to go for the Tigers.
Jack Welch might opt to let the clock run out here and go to the start of the 4th quarter. And that's what we're going to do here. With no clock time showing on the clock, the end of 3 quarters of play, it is Ipswich 18, Hamilton Wenham 7.
Tigers 18, Hamilton Wenham Generals 7.
Tigers will be facing a 3rd down and a yard. Start of the 4th quarter. To recap the scoring in the 3rd quarter, 1 touchdown. Mike Zabelski, a 3-yard plunge. 54-yard drive, 1 minute and 43 seconds. The big play, a halfback option by Eric Traum. to Justin Clark of 31 yards. Got a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Marini with a good run to the 12-yard line. The Tigers drove it in from there. 3 running plays. They're having an official measurement right now. The Tigers, did they get a first down? Looks like they did. The Tigers will have a first down start of the 4th quarter, which gives them a couple more opportunities to run off some minutes here with a couple plays. The Generals have used 2 timeouts already, I believe, here in the second half. So the Tigers will have a 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. The start of the 4th quarter. Last 10 minutes of action for 19 young men out there today wearing colors of their respective schools. First and 10 for the Tigers at their own 33-yard line. It's going to take a couple scores for the Generals anyways. The Tigers would like to get one back in here. Put a little cushion on this ball game. Zabowski back in the backfield for the Tigers. He's going to get the handoff. He's got a hole. He's driving hard for about 5 yards. Mike Zabowski taking a host of blue-shirted people with him.
34, Mike Zabowski.
He didn't go down quietly that time. We'll give him a 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4, and that's what Jack Welch would like to see right now. Oh, I love when they put this saxophone on the PA system.
2nd down, 4 yards to go for the Tigers.
2nd down and 4 if you can hear me.
38 yards.
Handoff up the middle. Ryan Bucci's got some daylight. He's brought down by Miles, or he had a lot of yardage in front of him, but he picks up the 1st down for the Tigers on the ground.
38, Joe Miles. 1st down, Tigers.
Well, if we don't go home with a headache right now after this series of music, we'll never will. I think there's a wandering microphone in that band. The Generals want to call a timeout to stop the clock with 9:19 showing on the clock. The Tigers have a 1st and 10 at their own, on their own 46-yard line. As they've picked up 2 first downs in a row in this drive. This drive started their own 23-yard line with 1:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. Well, nobody scored going that way yet. So for the Tigers, they've put in Ryan Bucci, who is a junior, 5'8", 170. He's a much quicker version of a fullback than the big punishing type of fullback that Mike Zabowski's been all season. And he's capitalized with a couple of big gains up the middle of 6 or 7 yards in his last 2 carries. I think his quickness is catching the Generals by surprise. 1st and 10 Tigers, 46-yard line of their own. 9:19 showing on the clock. They have the lead of 18-7. Been a pretty hard-fought, clean contest so far in this game as the Generals have not quit. They led 7-0 after 1 quarter of play on a 47-yard touchdown run by Mark Winfrey right up the gut of the Tigers defense. Justin Clark comes wide right.
First down, 10
I look for the Tigers to run the ball. Now they'll bring him in.
6-yard line.
Marini looking to go wide left. Cuts across the green. He's over midfield. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. The Generals are going to have to stop him in this series or the game is all over for all purposes of everybody involved here. Just over midfield.
2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Tigers on the 50-yard line.
2nd down, 4 ball at the 49-yard line of the Generals. Desmond fumbles the football. He recovers it. He was fortunate. A loss of a yard on the play, bringing up a 3rd down. Jack Welch did not want that. I think he was looking for his fullback on that play. I think he pulled it from snap a little too soon. I think they want a new football.
7 yards to go for the Tigers.
Loss of a yard, 3rd down and 7. Clock running, 8:20 to go, but Jack Welch would like to see another 1st down or 2 at least picked up. Then they could punt the ball deep. Now the Generals have to go a long way on the ground. 3rd down and 7 for Ipswich. Big play defensively for the Generals. Right up the middle, is Bucci again. Bucci breaks a tackle, and Bucci's got a first down again. Ryan Bucci brought down by Ropes. But Bucci, with some good second effort, gets to the 43-yard line, and the Tigers will have a couple more opportunities to take some more time off the clock, because Bucci's been very opportunistic here in the last 3 carries for first downs. Bucci, well, obviously he's going to get a lot of action playing time next year, being a junior. When your starting backfield is pretty much all seniors. Tom Desmond at quarterback.
43-yard line.
Going to hand off to Marini, who's going to drive hard for maybe about a yard, being brought down by a host of tacklers. Cadenzi on the tackle, and 75, Dale Beiser. He gained a yard on the play, second down and 9, but the clock, the ally of the Tigers, 7:20 on the clock. Zabalski comes back in the ball game for the Tigers.
Second down, 9 yards to go for the Tigers. Ball on the Generals' 42-yard line.
Marini will shift out into the backfield, Doyle on the wing-back position. General shift. Marini looking to get outside. He's got some blocking. Marini breaks a tackle. Oh, not much, though, and a good tackle there by, looks like number 63, Mike Weiner, who broke through some blockers out there. Shot pickup of 2 more, bring up 3rd down and 7 again. Tigers so far in this drive have taken 4 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. Drive started on their own 23.
3rd down, 7 yards to go for the Tigers. Ball on the Generals' 40-yard line.
Back to pass is Desmond, looking. He's going to keep the ball, he's trying to get outside, gets a good block by Lees. Fights down to the 35-yard line, bringing up about 3rd down and 3. Lees on a nice tackle, got a couple more yards out of it for Desmond. 4th down, and the clock is still running. Be 4th and about 2, and I think the Tigers offensively want to go for the ball. Go for it. Jack Welch is sending in his punting unit. He wants to put the Generals back deep. Back man will be number 23, Scott Winfrey. He's at his own 10-yard line. Lane. Kick for the end zone for the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's not going to be that deep of a kick, and it's going to be brought back to the... They're still going up, about the 17-yard line of Hamilton Wenham. Their worst field position of the second half, and they've got 5:34 to go in the contest. Tigers held the ball for 5 minutes and 32 seconds on that drive. 1st and 10, and the Generals are going to have to open it up a little bit here. They're down by 2 scores, 18-7. Scott Winfrey is back in the backfield. Joe Miles now the deep back. Handoff up the middle. Miles trying to get, that's Winfrey trying to get out. The Tigers now showing why they're the number 1 ranked defense in the conference. As Winfrey had no help at all, and he's going to lose 3 or 4 yards on the play. We'll see what the official measurement is. Marking is at the 14-yard line, a 3-yard loss. 2nd down and 13. Adam Chittick's coming out of the ball game defensively for the Tigers. Adam Johnson, 63's in. He's at the linebacker position right now. So we're seeing somewhat of next year's defensive schemes right now. Tigers ready to go here. Handoff, Miles trying to get outside. He's going to be hit by Adam Johnson. And Lucas Lane. Johnson filled the gap nicely. No gain on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 13.
Adam Johnson.
Well, that's why they put him in there. Ryan Bucci comes in defensively, and coming out of the ball game, I can't even see his number.
3rd down, 13 yards to go for the Generals.
Bucci's going at the linebacker position.
On their own 15-yard line.
Could have been Mark Lees. Is he still out there? No, Lees is still out there. Well, it might be Zabalski who came. I can't quite make out their numbers right now. 3rd down and 13. Straight back is Waldron being harassed by Johnson, and it's incomplete as they went for the center screen here. The Tigers didn't need that extra hit there by Bucci.
Pass attempt by...
Be a 4th and 13. It's all they need is a personal foul here in this junction. Punting situation for the Generals. The clock reading 4:05 to go in the contest, and they'll be punting from close to their own end zone. Doyon Marini, the deep backs at the Generals' 45-yard line. I don't think we'll have any fake punts down here. Adam Johnson's been due all year for one. High snap. Spiraling kick is Doyon's going to field the ball at the General's 40-yard line. He's at the 35, he's at the 30, he's at the 25, he's at the 20. He's down to the 18-yard line. Kyle Doyon. Junior, 6'4", 180. Tigers have a tremendous field position here with 3:53 to go on the clock in the ball game. It's 1st and 10 for the General on the General's 17-yard line. A 23-yard punt return by Kyle Doyon. Generals had to keep everybody in tight, so they get the punt off. Split T backfield. It's going to be Marini looking for some daylight. He's inside the 15, he's inside the 10, he's inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, Ipswich. As the Tigers band hits up with Eye of the Tiger. Tigers looking for the kill right now. I think you're going to look for Mr. Marini to get the handoff here. 1st and goal, ball on the 3-yard line, 3:40 to go in the game.
1st down, goal to go for the Tigers on the General's 3-yard line.
Handoff, Marini trying to go left side again. Marini bounces off. Marini goes to the outside, touchdown.
Ball carry for the Tigers. Number 24, Mike Marini.
Mike Marini, 3-yard run. A 13-yard drive. 2 plays. 16 seconds. Ipswich now leading by a score of 24-7. Now their conversion, they'll go for a single. These have been pretty much adventuresome for the Tigers today. One of the few things they haven't done too much. Well, to Brad Eaton to be the holder. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is blocked. Well, if anything has gone wrong for the Tigers, it's been their extra points attempts today. But Mike Marini gets his first touchdown in the ball game, and Tigers now lead by a score of 24-0. They have scored 24 unanswered points here after the Generals jumped off in the first 3 minutes with a 7-0 lead. Tigers have had one kick go hook left, blocked, and they've had two-point conversions. Both of them be sacked. Ipswich with this win will go to 8-2 for Jack Welch. I believe it's victory number 203, if I'm not mistaken. The Generals, they'll go down to 2-8. They have a lot of young returning players, so that's a big thing. They're young and they're not very big. Scott Winfrey, 23, will be the deep back, along with 38, Joe Miles, who's played a fine ball game defensively all around today for the Generals. 24-7, Ipswich. Aaron Woodworth to kick it off. And that's his best kick of the ball game. Miles will field the ball at his own 13-yard line. Looking for some daylight up the middle. He's got a hole. Joe Miles fights his way up to the 43, 44-yard line.
The Generals, number 38, Joe Miles. Tackled by number 80 of the Tigers, Aaron Woodworth.
Woodworth, the kicker, made the punt. There's tackle, 3:18 showing on the clock. Generals now need 3 scores. Miles is coming out. I think he's a little bit shaken up. Number 22, Judd Funchen, will come in the ball game. Miles has played both ways all day.
First down, 10 yards.
Gadensky leads them out for the Generals here. 1st and 10. I formation now for the Generals. Deep back is going to be Scott Winfrey, and he fights his way to around midfield. He's got some quick speed. The ball will be placed at the 50-yard line. A 7-yard pickup for Winfrey. 2nd down and 3. Clock is running. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Generals have had 1 pass completion in the ball game. I went to number 88, Darren Maidment. Ball resting right at the 50-yard
Second
line.
down, 3 yards still for the Generals on the 50-yard line.
Tigers have had 4 different individuals score touchdowns today. I formation again. Winfrey the deep back. He's going to get the call. He's going to be hitting the backfield. Still keeps his motion and gets a first down with good legs churning there.
Tackled by number 24.
Mike Marini came out from a secondary. This is the best drive of the Generals have had in a while.
First down, Generals.
But they need 3 scores, and you got to put it in the air. The clock is now reading 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the contest. High formation again. They're going to have the handoff. It's going to be Winfrey. Hog-tied. That time by Mark Lees for a pickup of maybe about a yard. And we're going to have, I believe, the 2-minute warning here. Ball resting at the 43-yard line of Ipswich. Tigers scoring Carl Doyle on a 36-yard run. Tom Desmond, a 3-yard quarterback keeper. Mike Zabelski, a 3-yard plunge, and Mike Marini with a little second effort bouncing outside for a touchdown. 3 of the last 3 are seniors. Second down, 9 for the Generals. Tigers looking to sweep outside for Winfrey, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by Bucci and by Eric Drown. I think the Tigers' decision to go to different footwear early in this contest has made a big decision for them, a positive decision. In the second half, they've had much better footing. Call it a 5-yard pickup. We'll call it third down and 4. Generals, though, persist on keeping the ball on the ground, much to our happiness up here in the press box. But for the fans, I can't fathom why they're not even opting to go to put the ball in the air. Miles trying to get outside. He's going to run into a host of Tiger tackles, and we're going to have a penalty. It could be a face mask.
Ball carry for the Generals on the 38, Joe Miles.
Valente and Chittick has thrown from the back judge.
Flag on the play.
One of the locals saying they'd like to see a pass play. There's 1:47 showing on the clock. They've thrown 3 attempts in the game, 1 completion. And I believe this is going to be marked against the Tigers also. 15 yards on this one. I guess they didn't let go of it. So the Tigers defense, who's given up but 1 long touchdown in this game, be hard pressed now with they facing a 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line for the Generals, and they're threatening.
Penalty against the Tigers. First down, Generals. Ball on the Tigers' 16-yard line.
They're trying to get the clock to fire up to get on the clock on the right time, but they didn't. A quick pitch to Winfrey. Oh, and a nice effort by Drown to hold him out there, and Chittick will slow him down with Joe Rossi coming from a secondary. Pickup of maybe 2 on the play. Clock running.
Number 20 for the Tigers, Joe Rossi.
And it must be mentioned that Joe Rossi, a senior, was injured, I believe, in the first game of the year. To come back from the injury all season is a credit to him, and he's played pretty much the whole game secondary as free safety for the Tigers. So I'm kind of glad for him the opportunity to play in his last high school football game and get back all that rehab. It was worth it. Second down, 8. Back to pass is Waldron. He's nailed by Chittick. Adam Chittick just took his numbers right off, and Waldron is shaken up on the play. He's still on the ground. The ball was attempted for 48, Mark Winfrey. Right between the numbers was Adam Chittick. And maybe that's why they didn't try to pass. That's as he was laid right out. We're bringing up a third down and 8. Waldron's got that back up, but I think he had the wind knocked out of him. He took a vicious shot, and the Generals are going to have to come with another player for the official timeout. They stop the clock unless they call the timeout themselves. They're letting him stay in the ball game. I thought once the play was stopped for an injury that he had to come out of the ball game. Third down and 8. Ball at the 15-yard line of the Tigers. Maidment wide right. Winfrey in the slot. Waldron straight back. He's going to go misdirection to Miles. Miles is driving to the 10. He's going to be stood up, bringing up a 4th down.
Ball carrier.
And we're under 1 minute to go in this contest. And some of the fans have got to be a little bit disheartened here that the Generals have not opted to get back in this ball game through the airways.
Tigers, Mark Lees.
Mark Lees with a tackle, being up a 4th down and 5. Some of the fans start to filter out of here. 4th down, the ball just outside the 11-yard line of Ipswich. This drive started on the 44-yard line, Hamilton Wenham. Handoff, misdirection to Miles, a pitch again. Oh, Waldron going to throw the ball. He's got a man wide open. Miles, touchdown. No, Maidman. He got in for the score. Wow, that was a slow developing play, but it was a good result for the Generals. With 13 seconds showing on the clock, an 11-yard TD pass from Waldron to Maidman. As it went to Winfrey, who went to Miles, who flipped it back to Waldron. And he found Maidman open on the flat, and he just got in for the score. Score now, 24-13. Tigers, Cadenzi to attempt a conversion. Snap is down, the kick is up, it's good. Cadenzi hits.
By Vinny Cadenzi, good. The score?
24-14.
Wenham Generals 14.
So the Generals scored first and scored last in this ball game, but in between the Tigers have gotten 4 touchdowns. And they lead by 10 points with 13 seconds to go in the ball game. And the old proverbial onside kick should be coming. That drive was 54 yards in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. The Tigers have only had 3 games this year where they've given up more than 2 touchdowns, and this is one of them. They gave up 29 against North Andover, and 14 against Wilmington, so that was 43 of the 66 points they gave up the entire season.
Back to receive the kick for the Tigers on the 24, Mike Marini.
Marini is the deep back. Tigers fully expecting the onside kick. 13 ticks showing on the clock. It's an onside kick, and it'll be caught and down by Mike Zabelski at the 49-yard line of Ipswich, 1st and 10.
Kickoff received by number 34 of the Tigers, Mike Zabelski.
Clock registering 12 seconds on the clock, 1st and 10. Tom Desmond should just take a knee and let it run out. Tigers will get win number 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the seniors from the football team, the band, and the cheerleaders for a great year.
1st and 10 Tigers. Should be the last play of the ball game. Desmond, he's going to hand off to Doyon, trying to get outside. It breaks a tackle. He'll get over midfield. The tackle is made by Ryan Mayoni. Clock is ticking. That should do it for the Tigers. And the season as Ipswich wins and goes to 8-2. Tigers take it by a score of 24-14. For Continental Cablevision, Tom Foley and Steve Harris, we'd like to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll be seeing you in the winter season in hoop and hockey. Once again, the final score, Ipswich Tigers 24, Hamilton Wenham Generals 14. Thank you and goodbye.